Leadership, Part 16. Giving and receiving feedback. For the original course, go to managementskillscourses.com/appraisal skills for managers. Giving feedback. Giving feedback is a life skill which everyone would benefit from studying and practicing. Feedback should not be a subjective opinion but based on facts and should be evidenced by examples. Feedback should be used to enable the team to appreciate the impact of their behaviour. It's best used positively to reinforce successes and identify opportunities for improvement. So feedback will work best when events are described as your opinion, making it blame-free and not judgmental. For example, A was upset when B was done is a description rather than a judgment, such as you upset A by doing B. Their opinion is sought as to why the events in question took place. If people are encouraged to draw their own conclusions about events and their cause, they're more likely to accept feedback. If feedback is linked to actual events and actions, if the person understands what went wrong, discussion and action does not apportion blame but seeks to put right the problem. Receiving feedback. Receiving feedback is not easy, especially if it's negative. It helps to be open to feedback, listen to what is said, and observe the body language of the person giving you the feedback. Use effective listening tools by questioning and clarifying what you've been told. Your emotional intelligence will help you to manage your own response. 360-degree review or feedback. 360-degree assessment is sometimes used as an alternative approach to performance management. The appraisee's direct reports, line manager, colleagues, and customers may be invited to provide feedback, which may be collated anonymously and presented to the appraisee by HR or a peer in another branch or department. Transactional Analysis. The original course, go to managementskillscourses.com. Tools and techniques for handling conflict in the workplace. Transactional analysis is a theory concerning personality, communication, and a study of patterns of behaviour. It's based on a fairly complex theory developed by Eric Berne in the 1950s. He said that spoken communication is central to personal social relationships and psychoanalysis. He also said that everyone has three alter ego states: parent, adult, and child. Parent is the deep-seated voice of authority which reflects attitudes, conditioning, and learning from childhood. Child is our seeing, hearing, and emotional self. When anger or despair is the prevailing emotion, the child is in control. An adult is our ability to think and decide on actions for ourselves. We communicate as one of our alter ego states. According to transactional analysis theory, successful communication must go from the receiving ego state to the sending ego state, or communication is not effective, or one party may be upset. Then the situation can only be retrieved by a correlating transaction. That is, it must go back from the receiving ego state to the sending ego state. So it's important to be aware which ego state you are in and communicating with, and how to retrieve a situation that is deteriorating. Here are some illustrations that will help you recognise the ego state sending the signal. A parent, physical signs will be angry body language and expressions, pointing fingers. Verbal, using words like always, never, for once and for all. Critical words and patronising language. The child physically is in despair. There's temper tantrums, whining voice, shrugging shoulders, delight and laughter. Verbally, there may be baby talk. I wish, I don't care, oh no, not again. Things never go right for me, worst day of my life. The adult physically will be attentive, interested, straightforward, calm, non-threatened or threatening. Verbal, using words like why, what, how, who, where and when, how much, in what way. Using comparative expressions and reasoned statements such as I think, I realise, I see, I believe, or in my opinion. The theory is now significantly evolved and more complex and suggests that effective communication and relationships are based on complementary transactions, adult to adult. Some people get results by being dictatorial, i.e. parent to child, or by having temper tantrums, child to parent, but adult to adult is generally recommended for effective communication. Understanding transactional analysis can help explain what is going on in a communication. It can also help us constantly select an appropriate ego state. That's it for today. See you later.